Good afternoon, everyone. So I will begin our meeting now. First and foremost, I would like to welcome and thank you everyone who are able to attend in this meeting now. As we can see in our agenda, we want to talk about how to supply people in need during the pandemic. But before that, are all of the members present today?
No, sir. The other member is absent today, which are Ms. Hidayah and Mr. Zakaria. And I have received the notice of apologize for the absence from both of them a few days ago. Ms. Hidayah had informed me that she couldn't join due of dengue fever that she got in her hometown during last weekend, while Mr. Zakaria couldn't make it today due of attending the seminar in Penang. Beside of them, all of the members come.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Zura. Okay, after that, do we have any problem regarding last minute of the meeting?
Based on amendment of our last meeting, Ms. Shasha, I can see there was an error in the item number 3 in the financial report from the last meeting. In this item, the actual amount from the cash collected from the charity sales of recycled material was 2,500, not 35,000 ringgit.
Thank you for your improvement. In fact, I already corrected my mistake before we start of our meeting now. This is because I noticed the error when I want to re-record the current account balance for this month.
As there were no other amendments, sir, you need to approve and sign these amendments that from the last minutes of the previous meeting as the true records.
Thanks, Ms. Zura and Ms. Shasha, for your explanation and the correction. Then I assume that the last minute is correct, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, Encik Ikhwan, I would like to know the result or progress about the task of the last meeting. Encik Ikhwan, please.
Assalamualaikum. From the previous meeting, I was asked to collect the names of the residents of Taman that was economically affected by the pandemic. I success in collecting the names. There are 127 families that are affected by the pandemic. Most of them were sick, and a few of them were having with their small business.
Okay, thank you Encik Ikhwan for your explanation and did a great job finish the task. So now, let's continue our meeting to our treasurer, Ms. Shasha, to present the treasurer's report.
Before of that, thank you to our chairman, Mr. Danish, and also everyone. For your information, the current account balance is RM 25,000, but there is no arrear balance because the balance has not yet been deducted with the amount of debt from the liability account that we must to settle on, which are account payable is RM 6,000 and interest payable of RM 1,500. So the total amount for account liability is RM 7,500.
Okay, then I hope the financial management can settle it and present the report.
Ms. Aisyah, sorry if interrupt. What happened to the current balance if we deduct the liability account now? What might be the actual total account balance?
Thank you for that question. If the liability account was deducted from the current account, then the total we will get is RM 17,500. Different to our agenda today, which is how to supply food to other people during the pandemic. In my opinion, if we want to supply the food, it clearly that we need a fairly large capital to buy all the necessities. From the result of my balance sheet, the current account balance is not enough to cover the cost of purchasing all the necessities. So, I need an opinion on how to sufficient the amount of capital we want to spend with the amount of food that we need to supply.
Everyone is allowed to give their opinion. After that, we will vote which opinion is the best to us to use.
In my opinion, I suggest to reducing the number of lists. From the action, we can reduce the amount of budget that we want to use.
I agree with the suggestion, but from my opinion, I think we need to survey which house need this donation the most. Thus, we will not consume too much to capital.
Who else wants to suggest their opinions?
Okay, Ms. Zura, don't forget to record all opinions that have been filed in the proper report.
Not Mr. Chairman.
Ms. Shasha, can we continue our discuss just now?
Of course, Mr. Danish. Back to my discussion before. So, which suggestion are we going to use to reduce the capital, Ms. Zura?
Is there any decision? There be none. We will proceed with a vote. All in favor of adopting the budget as presented, say yes. Those
Yes.
opposed, then say no.
Yes.
So guys,
Yes.
say yes.
Yes.
Based on the results of our vote, then the opinion of both suggestions will be used to reduce the amount of capital.
Thanks, Ms. Zura. So the final result, we are going to use reducing the number of lists and survey which house need this donation the most.
Based on my budget, if we do that, then we will not incur losses and incur excessive debt. This is because the amount that I estimated after the suggestion was made is very enough with the current account balance that we have now, which is RM 70,500. If there is any doubt as to the amount of capital, please let me know so that it is easy for me to audit the financial report. Thank you.
Anyone?
So far, everything is still clear.
Okay, then thanks, Ms. Shasha. If there are no further question, the treasury report will be filed for audit. Okay, next we move to the main point of the meeting. We're about to discuss on how to supply people in need during the pandemic. So, do you guys have any ideas to make this program happen? Anyone?
I want to propose my idea for this program. Okay,
Okay, Umairah.
after some analysis, many of them lost their jobs, committed suicide because they don't have enough money to survive. So how can we help those who have difficulty in purchasing enough food to avoid from hunger? So my suggestion is, why don't we use food bank?
I second with Umairah's ideas. Food bank is a non-profit and we can use contactless method to avoid from physical touch. For example, the volunteers and recipients are separated by pigeon holes with two openings and never have to deal with each other directly.
Thank you, Fina, for the explanation. So let me proceed to the process of food bank. What are we going to do? First, volunteer pack and place each food basket in a pigeonhole from inside. The premises and receptions come to take it from the other side. All receptions have to go through to the MySejahtera check, temperature scan, and hand sanitizations before they are allowed into the lobby, one at a time to take food from the pigeonhole.
Okay.
My suggestion for example of food we're going to donate is basic food basket, like each food basket contain basic necessities. 5 kg rice, 1.5 kg potatoes, 1 kg cooking oil, 1 kg sugar, 1350 gram salt, 1 kg flour, and 15 eggs, which can feed a family of 4 for 3 days, and it might cost around 115 ringgit for one food basket.
Okay. So, do you guys agree with the Umairah's proposal?
I agree with Umairah's proposal.
If you agree for this proposal, please raise your hand. Okay, thank you. So that's all people are agree for this proposal.
I can see that most of you agree with Umairah's proposal. So we will stick with the decision of food bank idea that we should pack all the basic food as suggested for needy people. Okay, do we have another proposal for this program? Anyone?
Actually, I also have another proposal. Before of
Okay.
that, thank you to our chairman and also everyone. I propose that we collect and record the data of the recipient to rationalize the working procedure of this project.
Okay, that was good idea. Is there anybody want to second Anis' proposal?
I seconded with Miss Anis' proposal.
Alright, Anis, you may continue your proposal.
Thank you, sir. I will continue
Okay.
with my proposal. By doing this, it will make the process more efficient and effective. Besides taking this process, it will make change more meaningful, especially because our intention is to give away food to the poor.
Anyone want to add to the Miss Anis' proposal?
Further to Anis' proposal, I want to highlight that by collecting and recording the data of the people that are to receive the goods, we can avoid any inconvenience in distributing them, such as two-timers and ineligible individuals. Besides, it will be easier to manage the distribution of the goods if we are to have the index figure of the recipients.
Thank you, Syafiq, for explaining the proposal with detail. So that's all from my proposal.
Thank you, Ms. Anis and Mr. Syafiq for the proposal and explanation.
Is everyone agree with Anis' proposal to collect the data of the recipient? Everyone?
I agree for this proposal because it is easy to understand and also simple to be done.
Okay.
I disagree with the idea because some error or miscalculation might happen during the process. In my opinion, why don't we try to do it through phone survey? Survey that it will be easier to collect information since it can reach almost anyone. We can just use their phone number to call and ask whether they are already received the food or not.
I think Anis' proposal is better than Umairah's proposal. I know your proposal is also good, but phone survey can be expensive, especially because it uses credits.
I still disagree with her proposal. Even you said so. As I said previously, I think that her idea will occur more problems for us other than miscalculations. If there happened any error during the process, it will not give any benefit for those in need and the food will be donated maybe in the wrong hand.
That was true. I also agree with Miss Umairah.
Alright, folks. Please calm down. If all of you been like this, I will give you warning. Please.
Okay, thank you all for your suggestion for this project.
So, let's have a vote. If you agree with the proposal, please raise your hand. Okay. Thank you.
If you disagree with the issue, please raise your hand.
I stick with my opinion. I disagree with Anis' proposal.
So, more people agree with the proposal too. So, during the program, we also will stick with Anis and Syafiq recommendation as it can simplify our work when we want to distribute the donation. Besides that, we also can save our cost and time. Now let me continue with the next proposal. Does anyone still have a proposal for this program? Anyone?
Yes, me. I propose to apply for financial allocation from external parties for the implement of welfare activity related to the need. Because the amount of financial allocation required also depends on the program concerned. RM 10,000 estimate expenditure applied for. This profession be used for the purpose of asset purchase can only be used for the purpose of implementing the program only.
I seconded for the Ikhwan's proposal.
I also agree with Ikhwan. Plus, when we can put the extra money that we get in club bank account after we have done with the program to cover our next project.
Thank you, Mr. Ikhwan, for this proposal.
So let's have a vote. If you agree with the proposal, please raise up your hand. So all the members agree with the proposal. Therefore, we also can use his idea into our program by applying the financial allocation from external party. If there is surplus from the estimate expenditure that we earn, we will use into our next project. So, do we have another proposal for this program? If not, let's move to other business. Do you have anyone?
We
Okay,
don't have.
so we move to other business.
I propose that we increase and recruit new members to our organization to maximize the efficiency of labor.
Okay, thanks Syafiq. This idea sounds great and we can discuss in our next meeting. So I guess our meeting will be end now. So Mizura, when will be our next meeting?
Our next meeting will be held on the next Friday morning at 10:30 a.m., 3 September 2021. And our meeting also will be held in this platform Microsoft Teams.
Okay, thank you Ms. Zura. So if there have no any issue or problem that we want to discuss, I assume that we have done with discussion and our next meeting will be in this team on Friday morning for the progress presentation. Okay, thanks all participants. I hope this program are going well and I will adjourn this meeting. Assalamualaikum and have a nice day everyone.
Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you,
Okay,
Chairman.
welcome.
And
Danish.